My teenager looked into a completely full refrigerator and told me there was nothing to eat. So I did what any tired parent with a spreadsheet does. I pulled out the receipts and started adding things up. Let's do this the simple way, the way I'd explain it to an 8-year-old, because grocery math sounds complicated, but it really isn't once you strip out the jargon. Here's the biggest number first. This week, our family spent $847 on groceries. That's not because we eat anything fancy. It's because food prices are going up again this year, and because I have a 16-year-old who eats like his stomach has its own zip code. Think about it like this. Grown-ups usually eat about 2,000 calories a day. A teenage boy who's still growing can need 3,000 calories a day, sometimes more. That's 50% more food every single day just to keep one kid running. At about $4.50 a meal, that adds up to around $432 a month for one teenager before snacks, and before the 10 o'clock at night, I'm still hungry, raid on the pantry. But here's the good news, and this is the whole point of today. I'm not here to make you feel bad about grocery shopping. I'm here to show you the math on how to fix it. We found a way to cut our grocery bill by 15%. That freed up $2,160 a year. And instead of letting that money disappear into fast food and forgotten produce, we moved it straight into an investment account. So if your teenager is going to eat like a small dinosaur, that's fine. He might as well help fund his own future while he's at it. Now I know what you might be thinking. Great. Another video telling me to meal plan when I can barely remember to buy toilet paper. I'm not here to shame you. I'm here to show you the real numbers on why your grocery bill might be the biggest leak in your family's savings, and how patching that one leak could quietly fund your kids' college savings without you having to think about it every day. Grab your coffee. Let's look at the real math. Quick heads up before we go further. This is for education, not personal advice. More on that later. So let's break this down the simple way. Think of your grocery money like a bucket of water you fill up every single week. Some of that water actually gets used. That's dinner, that's lunches, that's snacks. But some of that water just leaks out the bottom of the bucket before anyone even drinks it. That leak is the part we're fixing today, and there are 5 places it usually happens. Leak number 1 is buying the fancy label version of things when the plain label version is basically the same stuff. Store brands usually cost 20 to 25% less than the big name brands, and most of the time, they're made in the exact same factory. Same food, different sticker. If your family spends around $1,200 a month on groceries, switching half of what you buy to store brand can save you over $100 a month, just like that. Leak number 2 is not having a plan before you walk into the store. Families who sit down and plan their meals, even just a rough plan, end up spending noticeably less per person than families who shop without one. It's not about being perfect. It's about knowing what you're making for dinner before you're standing in the store, hungry at 6 o'clock, making decisions with your stomach instead of your brain. Leak number 3 is the bulk buying trap, and this one sounds like it shouldn't be a trap at all. Buying in bulk really does save around 27% per item on average. But here's the catch nobody mentions. Most bulk buyers admit they end up wasting some of what they bought before they finish it. And for parents with young kids specifically, that number is even higher because kids change what they'll eat week to week, and that giant bag of one specific snack becomes stale before anyone finishes it. So the real math isn't bulk equals savings. The real math is bulk equals savings minus whatever goes bad before you use it. Sometimes that's still a win. Sometimes it cancels itself out completely. Leak number 4, and this one's the big one, food waste. The government actually studied this. The average family of 4 throws away about $2,913 of food every single year. That's almost $3,000 thrown in the trash. Not because anyone wanted to waste it, but because the spinach went bad before anyone remembered it existed, or the leftovers got pushed to the back of the fridge and forgotten. Picture 2 grown-ups standing in your kitchen every single week, quietly throwing away a $56 bill. That's what's happening. You just don't see it happen all at once. Leak number 5 is the exhaustion tax. Paying extra money because you are simply too tired to do the slightly harder version of the task. Pre-cut apple slices can cost over 200% more than a whole apple and a knife. A bag of pre-washed salad can cost 1.5 times more than washing your own lettuce. And getting food delivered instead of cooking it yourself, done a couple times a week, every week, adds up to real money, often well over $1,000 a year. Once you count the fees and the tip and the we already ordered, so let's just get everyone something. None of these leaks make you a bad parent. They make you a tired one. And tired people pay a premium. That's just true. So here's the fix, and it's simple on purpose. You don't need to overhaul your entire life. You need one number, 15%. If a family spending $1,200 a month trims that down by 15%, that's about $180 a month back in your pocket. Over a year, that's $2,160. One small bonus tool while we're here, cashback apps. You take a photo of your receipt after you shop and you get a little money back on things you are already buying anyway. It's not going to replace a paycheck. Realistically, it adds up to somewhere around $200 a year for a household that uses it consistently. That's not the main event, but it's free money for doing something you are already doing, so there's really no reason to leave it on the table. Now here's the part that actually matters. If you take that $2,160 every year and you put it into an index fund instead of just letting it sit in your checking account, here's what happens over time. In 10 years, that money grows to around $31,000. In 20 years, it's around $93,000. That's not a coupon. That's a chunk of your kid's college fund quietly building itself in the background while you're just trying to keep everyone fed. Quick disclaimer, because I'm not a licensed financial advisor, I'm just a tired parent with a calculator and a grocery receipt. Every family situation is different, and this isn't personal, financial, or nutritional advice. Talk to a real professional before making big changes to your budget or your investments. If this helped, stick around, because we're going to keep breaking down the stuff that quietly drains your bank account, explained simply, on however many hours of sleep I got last night. See you next time. Go check your fridge. I promise there's more in there than your teenager is telling you.